Good news, everyone! We're back with- wait, this isn't Futurama. Welcome back, friends, with more of The Big Bang Theory. This is Season 7, Episode 14. Last time, Penny actually quit her job at the Cheesecake Factory to pursue her acting career full-time. Leonard was anxious about it, but they eventually got on the same page. We also had Bert trying to get Amy to date him, but wound up, I guess, bonding with Howard and Raj. And then Bernadette angrily gave business to Stewart's competitor. This episode, though, is called The Convention Conundrum. Sounds like it's about Comic-Con again. They didn't make it last time after Leonard got carjacked. I hope they make it this time, but I kind of doubt it. It feels like a lot of hassle to rent out a convention hall and hire that many extras. But I wonder what the conundrum is, though. But, alright. Early reactions, full reactions are on Patreon. Leave a like, and let's get into it.
T-minus 60 seconds.
It all comes down to this.
What's going on?
Hey, we're about to buy tickets for Comic-Con.
I remember doing this.
45 seconds.
They sell out incredibly fast, but as long as one of us gets in, we
Good
can buy
Lord, this is
passes.
not the time for flirting. Keep it in your pants.
Flirting. Just explain. Okay.
It's a whole lot of weird before coffee.
T-minus 30 seconds.
Ah,
Go to the bathroom so bad.
hold it!
Every year I told you wear a diaper.
And I told you I get diaper rash.
15 seconds.
How would you know? You've worn it as an adult? Oh boy. Take a deep breath.
Yeah, this is not going to be enough coffee.
Oh my god. Refresh. They ran out of stamina. Penny,
10 minutes.
Penny's just sitting there watching them.
To be cool? Yeah.
I did it. I'm in the queue.
Uh,
They say
15,211.
damn.
at 50,000.
Sunday's the worst. Everybody's leaving. Most of the good panels are over. And the only t-shirts they have left are small and XXXXL.
Sunday's gone.
Not Sunday. I love Sunday.
Aww.
Can't believe we're not going.
Aww.
It's okay. You know, there's always WonderCon in Anaheim. That's just as good.
Uh-huh.
Excuse me.
Aww, the whimper.
This is really sad. And in a different way than it was 20 years ago.
Oh, Penny.
I can't believe we wasted all that time on our Hulk costumes.
You were all
Hulk?
going as the Hulk?
Not the same Hulk. Ferrigno, Banna, Norton, and Ruffalo.
How can you tell the difference?
I have the solution to our Comic-Con problem.
Oh?
We don't need them. I'm starting my own convention.
Sheldon, just buy scalped tickets with us.
If you get caught, you get banned from Comic-Con for life. Life,
Is that a real thing?
You're gonna feel pretty silly when we're 80
Huh.
years old and you have to drive me down there and then wait in the car for 3 days.
If he's still doing that at 80 years old,
Do what you want.
my God.
We're getting scalped tickets.
You're not gonna make your own convention.
You know, there was a time
He's
when
gonna
Comic-Con
try.
didn't exist at all until one lone dreamer with a unique vision made it happen. And you mark my words, I'm gonna rip that guy off.
yeah. That's the spirit.
Yes, I thought that your client, Robert Downey Jr., would be perfect
Right.
to appear on our first panel.
Uh-huh.
But, you know, excuse me, but I sat through Iron Man 2. I believe he owes me 2 hours of his time.
Wow. That's
Hey,
surely
hung
gonna
up
help.
on me. I still have plenty of solid leads on this list.
Anyone who played Uncle Ben,
No, wait, I need you to call
Twice.
Stan Lee, Leonard Nimoy, and Bill Nye the Science Guy.
because you have a training order.
Because legally I'm not allowed to.
His tickets were pretty expensive. I had to give Howie an advance on his allowance.
Allowance. Oh, man.
He's never gonna put his
Why can't they do something sensible like Sheldon and start their own comic book convention?
That's not...
Also, who wants to throw me out that window?
Oh, while they're acting like teenagers, we could do something grown up.
Oh, you mean like
You
a
should act
museum?
like teenagers.
Ooh, afternoon tea. How sophisticated of us.
All right, if we're going to be fancy, I should probably put on clean underwear.
La-di-da, look who has clean underwear.
No, we're going to stop at Target on the way.
Oh, Penny.
Hey, since Sheldon's not going to Comic-Con, maybe we could find a cool trio to dress up as.
What if we go as the Fantastic Four and just tell people that the Invisible Girl is standing there with us?
And I thought
Funny.
our days of pretending to be with
Right?
women who don't exist were over.
I am one
Exactly.
step away from securing a huge guest for my convention.
Does that step include chloroform and a roll of duct tape?
James Earl Jones.
Oh.
You heard me. Earlier today, he tweeted that he's looking forward to going to his favorite sushi restaurant for dinner.
So you're gonna
I Googled
stalk
an
him.
interview from that's where he'll be, and that's where I'm going,
And that's where Darth Vader's gonna pour soy sauce on your head.
That's where you're gonna get a restraining order.
if caught, you could be charged with petty theft. You think about that while I'm warning James Earl Jones about the danger of posting his location on Twitter. And he got lucky this
The danger.
time. There are some weirdos out there.
You're the danger.
Bum 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 ba-dum, ba-dum.
Oh my god. He's coming back.
Forgot my keys.
They're like, it's getting louder again.
Does he sound like a criminal?
Oh my god.
What do you mean? Did he say things like, "Use guys," or "Listen here, see"?
He's not from like the 1920s or whatever.
Yes, he's late because he's on his way here from 1940.
40? Okay. They don't seem to be really. She's wearing the
Little
tiara.
kids here.
She's wearing the
We thought this would
tiara.
make us feel grown up.
Can't believe the waiter thought I was your daughter.
They both feel bad about that.
Last time I got.
Should we leave?
No, there's a bar in the lobby.
I could go for a drink.
Oh, drinking in the afternoon, just like her mommy.
You like Star Wars.
No, I love The Lion King. Okay, he likes Star Wars.
You know, I've been in other movies,
Uh-huh.
but you don't care about those, do you? I like Star Wars too.
Really? Oh my god.
Thank you.
This is going better than
My friend
could have ever
Leonard said
imagined.
I bothered you.
Your friend Leonard sounds like a real weenie.
Oh my god.
He is Mr. Earl Jones.
He is.
Where he says he got caught using someone else's badge. And Sheldon was right. He did get charged with petty theft. Guys,
Huh.
if I go to jail dressed as the Human Torch, that might send the wrong message.
He's flaming.
But we're so afraid of getting into trouble that we never do anything wrong.
It's because we're the good guys.
Even Batman breaks the rules.
You know I struggle with Batman.
We're gonna get into a comic book
I say
debate
this
right now.
one time, instead of wimping out, let's be badasses.
Okay, I'll be a badass, but only if you pinky swear to be one too.
All right.
Howard, you in on this?
No need. I'm breaking rules all the time.
Name one.
Last night, drank my Pepto straight out of the bottle.
Awesome,
What
man.
about that little cup they give you?
Yeah. What about it?
Oh my god. Are you impressed by that?
Are you impressed by that?
A little.
Yeah, me too.
Darth Vader told Luke he was his father. I thought for sure he was lying.
Oh.
Me too. But he wasn't, was he?
No.
How messed up was that?
He's so into it.
You say, let's go have some fun. My wife's in New York and I got a Lion King residual check burning a hole in my pocket.
Afternoon tea was a bust.
On the
Yeah.
bright side, every 6-year-old there was jealous of my tiara.
It's very shiny.
Not gonna lie, it felt good.
When did you guys start feeling grown up? Because I'm not sure I do.
I thought when I got married I would, but I still kind of feel like I'm pretending. It doesn't help that most of my clothes come from Gap Kids.
Aww.
The other day I saw an old man slip and fall down, and I laughed. I mean, I laughed hard. Like,
Did you
like,
help the
out
guy?
Loud. One of the tennis balls came off his walker and bounced right off his head. I almost wet myself.
Okay, she's a little childish. We're childish than I thought.
Imagine trying to feel like a grown-up when you've never even been with a man.
Okay, sex is not what makes you a grown-up.
Yeah, or you'd be the oldest one here.
Uh-huh. Nice,
Really?
Bernadette.
Is that how you talk to your mother?
So we get banned from Comic-Con.
I'll maybe slapped with a fine.
Oh no, I'll be an astronaut and a bad boy. How will women keep their pants on?
Uh-huh.
Maybe it'll come up when I apply for citizenship.
Whoa.
Oh crap, what if it comes up when I apply for citizenship?
I wonder if we'd have to disclose something like this when we apply for grants.
Ugh.
We should handle this. If he thinks we're not home, he'll go away.
That's a scary knock.
I lied about the Pepto. I always use the little cup.
Is it true, as a child, you were a stutterer and were functionally mute for 8 years?
It is true.
Wow.
Is it true?
Is it true?
They used scuba gear to create the sound of Darth Vader breathing?
They sure did.
Is it true?
Oh, is it true?
I mean, really, what's so great about being grown up?
Oh, for starters,
Not much.
we'd be splitting this check 3 ways.
I'm serious. Who wants to do all that
Treat your
stuff?
mom once in a while.
Insurance.
We spent the whole night trying to be mature, and it was kind of boring. I'm sure they're having more fun than we are.
Not even the slightest.
They could really use exactly 2 tablespoons of Pepto right now.
Exactly.
I'm on a Ferris wheel with Darth Vader. And he's nicer than you think.
Oh. Oh, man.
Whose house is this?
Carrie Fisher. And she's a little crazy, so get ready to run.
What? Follow it! Run! Oh, Carrie. She showed up with a bat.
It's not funny anymore, James!
Oh.
Why am I laughing?
Oh.
What were you trying to ask me at the strip club?
The strip club.
Why don't you and your friends come to Comic-Con with me?
Really?
Of course. And
He gets
San
plus
Diego
fours?
is right across the border from my favorite city on earth, Tijuana. Where I'm taking you every night.
Every night.
Ay, ay, ay.
He's too much for him.
Ay, bang, bang.
Oh my god.
Bo Bridges is on my shoulders, and Jeff Bridges is on Marlon Brando's shoulders. And remember, we do not
This
have
passed out.
permission to be in the
So apparently they take Comic-Con badge scalping pretty seriously. You get banned for life, criminal record, all of that. I think I went to Comic-Con 3 times and never had trouble getting in. Is San Diego Comic-Con just much harder to get into than New York Comic-Con? Those guys were really intense about it. Leonard needed his inhaler before it started, and they just kept refreshing non-stop, and Penny just sat there for 10 minutes watching them, and they were so crestfallen when they couldn't get in. Poor guys. I actually haven't gone to Comic-Con in a while though. I did see Eric from Blind Wave the last time I went. I also remember having to dodge a very prominent The Expanse display area because I hadn't caught up with the series yet. And yet my best friend has gone more times than I have, but isn't quite as up to date on like pop culture stuff. So a lot of the fun was just looking at all the cool costumes while they asked me about the characters and what fandoms they're from. And yeah, I've never bothered to go to any of the panels. Artist Alley is probably the best part, and I think they're just as good or even better at smaller conventions. I'll probably go to FlameCon this year. By the time you're watching this, I'll probably will have already gone. Still gotta make a decision on Anime NYC. Last time I went, put a real bad taste in my mouth because they were checking for proof of vaccination, and they did not have a good handle on it. We had to stand in line for 3 hours just to get in. I almost wanted to bail, but we already paid for the tickets, so whatever. Oh, actually, I did go to a convention recently. I went to Supernatural Con in Vegas, despite never having seen the show. I went with a friend who really wanted to go. But the guys were all going to go to Comic-Con as the Hulk, but different versions of the Hulk. Are they all visually distinct enough from each other when you're cosplaying them? I'm not convinced I could tell the different versions apart. Also, it'd be funny to see the skinnier guys as Hulk given how scrawny they are, but Sheldon does have the Hulk hand signed by Stan Lee that Raj gave him in exchange for being his wingman. But yeah, they wound up not being able to go. Funny seeing Sheldon get in the rest of the guys' head about the dangers of buying scalp tickets. If he hadn't made such a fuss, they might have actually gone through with it and they might actually have been caught, so I'm glad he got them to back off it. It would have been really shitty to be banned from Comic-Con for life given how much they love it. And yeah, they were going to be brave and get the tickets, but chickened out at the last second. And Howard with his badass story of drinking Pepto-Bismol straight out of the bottle, even that was a lie. Now, Sheldon's idea of making his own convention is a little ridiculous, but I also admire his drive. And then I wound up not admiring his stalking. And as he was hanging out with James Earl Jones, I was thinking, he's really going to be rewarded for his poor behavior, but by the end of the episode, he's just straight up not having a good time. James Earl Jones was such a delight to watch though. This fictional version of him is kind of a mischievous party animal. It starts off with some fun activities, eating sushi, sharing an ice cream sundae, listening to Star Wars stories, singing karaoke, but it eventually became too much for Sheldon to handle. They apparently went to a strip club, they ding-dong ditched Carrie Fisher. I do miss Carrie Fisher. And I know James was just the voice of Darth Vader, so I imagine he didn't spend much time on set with any of the other actors, but the idea of Princess Leia's dad pranking her by ding-dong ditching is pretty great. And yeah, James does offer to bring Sheldon and his friends to Comic-Con with him as, I guess, his +4. But as much as Sheldon wants to go to Comic-Con, I'm not sure he wants to if he has to go party even more with James Earl Jones. He can't keep up with him at all. And yeah, meanwhile, the girls, they wanted to balance out their immature partners by doing something very adult. And it kind of blows. Like, who wants to be an adult? How boring. But I think they wound up at a tea party and not afternoon tea as they intended, because they were just surrounded by little kids. Amy wore her tiara and everything. Nice that made a comeback. And yeah, it feels very silly and outdated to be seen as immature for having nerdy interests. I actually never got made fun of for being a nerd. Maybe because I went to a nerd school. I went to the top public high school in the country, and I'm pretty sure I've told this story before, but just to give you an idea of what it was like there, a fight broke out once during lunch, and they decided to stop fighting because it was time for class. Priorities. So yeah, I'm lucky to have grown up without that kind of judgment from other people my age. Might be too optimistic that the girls can evolve their way of thinking in the future with their partners. And they didn't have a good time being adults either, and they didn't really feel like adults in their everyday lives. I mean, I also don't feel like an adult. I watch TV and movies on YouTube and talk about it for a living. Just do what you enjoy as long as you're taking care of yourself and not hurting anybody. You don't need to fit into whatever box society tries to fit you in. Alright, that's going to be it for this one, folks. If you want to support the channel, you can check out earlier full reactions on Patreon, or you can leave a like, that helps too. I'll see you all next week with more. Bye, friends.